I'm not gonna be called a liar. That I won't. They call me an idiot. Because I'm falling partially into a trap. You know, spiritually, I don't know. Spiritually, I know people have done worse. I know spiritually, all I hear is about spiritually. They must not know anything about the people who drank the blood of Christ. They actually drank the blood of a human. It's taking long because I didn't use my knife. There we go. I'm gonna stop though for a second. I'm wondering why my animals are so quiet. I don't know. This isn't like, don't do this, right? This is for me when I fast. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually just taking out the whole pieces of liver. And it's too much. I found out the hard way. Like, she can't eat a whole full pack of the liver. But I found out the hard way because she went up to it. Originally, I was just dumping that stuff. Originally, I was just dumping it out. And, I mean, after having eaten what she ate, she still wanted it. So I don't know. They're getting kind of flimsy. It used to be feel, a whole lot more. But now they're getting kind of light. I don't eat that stuff. Like the chunks. I don't. Alright, so it's like, alright, still a whole lot more. I know why they want the light turned on too. Hernia or something. And I think this really more specifically applies to like men. I don't know. I don't eat the I don't eat the chunks. Maybe I should though. I don't eat the chunks. It's going down. Like to me it's not sick. There's chunks in there. So it's lean fuel. It's literally lean fuel. Like when I do this, I might not have to eat for a while if it's enough. What that does is it helps kind of prevent an obstruction from happening. An obstruction, you know, where like my intestines just do whatever they intended, whatever they planned. That's not the same as the blood on my jeans. I got bit there. Stepping in between them from playing. Some would say it's not going down, and that's because there's a bunch of thick stuff. I actually feel less lightheaded. It's not causing anything. It's helping me. What was it? Yeah, I feel like less nauseous. I feel less grumpy. I feel less aggravated. Spiritually, warriors and hunters have been doing this for thousands of years. The difference is it's a lot more, and it's like fresh game. I actually kept this a secret. I kept this a secret. But think it's time, you know. I mean, I don't think it's time. Somebody said it's time. It causes a great divide because, you know, I'm consuming like the bare minimum. To some people it's disgusting. To some people pork is disgusting. You know, to some people, you know, grease is disgusting. Fat, like to some people, fat is disgusting. Like I don't know. Like go watch how people how they hunt. Go watch how. You don't have to watch the whole video because it's graphic. I wasn't always this way. I wasn't. People are saying it's dark, like it's an occult practice, and I tell people all the time what I believe in. People who are religious and they're spiritual, would they drink the blood of Christ? You know what I mean? Would they actually drink his blood to be saved, to be born again? And this is an animal. This isn't a human. This is purchased from. Never mind. It's like a little bit. Whoa, shoot. But I don't hit anybody. I don't do anything. This actually didn't even start. This didn't start until long after I was separated. Like I said, I was dying. Not when you can't consume. This is all I can eat. You know how much I miss? I miss soup. I miss like broccoli soup. I miss like whole foods, dense, nutritious meals. But I would not be able to move. So I don't know if anybody's ever had that severe of a hernia. We can't move. But I'm going to my stories now. Is it spiritual? I don't think people have read any spiritual context. You know, only witches and occults use crystals. You know, you're trying to do spells, you're trying to do hoodoo, you're trying to do magic and stuff like that. They crucified me then. Years ago when I had all those crystals. Like, what are you doing? That's not spiritual. That's not what we believe in. That's not how we do things. I had to go and I had to show them in the Bible where, matter of fact, no, I'll say this. I won't even take credit away because I wasn't even the one that found it. I found healing crystals. They found me. But someone else found healing crystals in the Bible. Healing crystals are mentioned throughout the Bible. Jesus gave his disciples healing crystals to protect them on their journey, spreading his messages. So it's like, if you're gonna, how would you drink the blood of Christ if you would not even be able to do it with the animal, if you were forced to hunt and feed yourself? So I have to do everything dense, nutrient density. I have to be minimal. And I've been doing it the whole time. Not the whole time, but like that's where my ideas came from. Like if I can't enjoy the type of foods that I want, you know, I made great food for I had some guests over. You know, I had my mother. Like, why am I not talking about my mother? Man, I would cook for my mother too. You know, I was taught how to cook at a young age. To some people, it's disgusting. And I tell people I'm disgusting, but not. But I think there's people out there doing a lot worse. Because it's not like I'm not trying to invoke any evil spirit. I'm not trying to like cast any negativity on someone. I'm not even gossiping about other people. You know what I mean? Like if we just take in the way that I talk, I don't even put anybody else down. After I say this is what they did to me, this is what they did, this is what they did, and all I do is mention how I try to overcome it. I can't go and talk to a therapist. I can't go and talk to a shrink. I have to talk out loud. I have to talk to myself. You know, because they'll just join the bandwagon and trying to have me killed. And this is before this. This is long before this. When my nerves are being damaged and no one could help, I started walking funny. And that was in my legs. So imagine my brain. Literally imagine my brain. My legs aren't functioning. My feet aren't walking in the same pattern. It's starting to be like pigeon-toed. So imagine my brain. So yeah, I actually had to take and send electrical impulses through my body while I was awake. And I did that over a period of time and things started to regenerate. In addition to, supplementation, taking supplements that help to repair damaged nerve endings. That's it. Like, people are like, I'm not dying. No. Like, you could check the CAT scan, and I wouldn't be grabbing my stomach if I wasn't. If I wasn't, I would not. There'll be no need. But I mean, it could be very biblical. They just their minds are very limited. But this had never occurred back then. This had never occurred back then. Don't even look at my teeth right now because they're horrible. But usually my teeth are a lot more on fleek. But once I get to the storage unit, like everything else, like if somebody were to do it, don't. You heard what I said? Don't, because you never know what people get. Yeah, back then I mixed it because it was chicken blood, and that was the first time that I had chicken blood. Yeah, don't look at my teeth now. Wait till I brush them before you judge me on my teeth. That's like some people. I thought we were connected. I really did. Like I had to lose a bunch of weight I love plants. I love animals too. So there's so much waste out there. Like, what if somebody else were to buy this bag, what would they do with that? It would go to waste. It would literally just go to waste. And so, I I give somebody's family the meal that I can't have, and I'll take the scraps. That's what I've been doing. It gives me a taste. It gives me a thirst. Did I want it all to always be for my animals, to always be for my dogs? No. That's where they don't understand the message, because I wanted it to be for someone that would come home. That's all it was about. But you know what? Since that doorbell never rang, since there was never a knock, yeah, let me go ahead and feed it to my dogs. After I get to the storage unit, I might open up a little bit more just so people can see, But I had an idea for a restaurant, for animals, and people would go and take their pets to get pampered and stuff. I know people are like, "F you, this, and that." Like, there's a process. I, I've People looked at me who I didn't think were part of it. They looked at me like they saw a ghost. They looked at me like they saw a ghost. This is before knowing or seeing any of this stuff. Because my timeline, I wasn't supposed to still be here. People were like, you look pretty healthy. You look okay. This, and that. But I'll tell you what, if I stop, I start to deteriorate. I had to go through extremes because, who can afford like all this cryotherapy, electrotherapy, and all these different therapies and stuff. Meanwhile, here's 50 grand. Somebody say I can, but do you want to? Like, do you want to get cut open and stuff like that? I mean, you never even had to before that. They're personal training. That's what Body by Belt is, for people who don't know. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't anything weird. It wasn't anything twisted. So I started this a couple months ago. And people were like, look where you're at. I understand, but I got my dog back. I freaking got my dog back. So if I die tomorrow, I know in the past life or in the next life, if that was my daughter, I would have got her back. I know not everybody would go through the same extents, like, But let me put myself back together. I'm gonna do a full transformation. I got a whole bunch of suits, a whole bunch of clothes. People are like, why are you wearing the same stuff over and over again? Because I was hitting the streets day in and day out. making videos, stopping, putting together little glimpses, little clips, videos, all these reels I had of my dog, of Preston. And then what? Going to the Snapchat, sending it up, posting it to the map. So that way anybody in that area could go and maybe they see her. Maybe they see her and they say something. But it's spiritual. It can also be seen as biblical. Otherwise, you're condemning everybody that hunts almost. Like a vast majority of people who go out and they hunt fresh game. I didn't want to necessarily want to be seen that way, but if you want to try to survive, if you're dying, some people think it's not real. And I just, to me, it's not a charade. They instill honor, courage, commitment in me. And I know that doesn't mean a lot to some people. Honor, courage, commitment. It doesn't mean anything. These are words. These are words. I had a hard enough time doing some things that other people would be much quicker to do. But that's why they want to call me a word that doesn't sit right. Like I've told on myself more than anybody. And somebody out there is mimicking, somebody out there is mocking, This has nothing to do with my father. It has nothing to do with my siblings. It has nothing to do with my mother. It has nothing to do with my aunts or my uncles. This is be careful. They can poke you. They can poke you in places. I gotta document it. I was crazy back then. That's what they were saying, And it's not where no doctor would do this. No doctor would do that. They would do it over here. They would do it over there. Well, then it's like, why wasn't that done then? You know what? I started off getting vitamin B12. I started off getting vitamin B12 injections. I thought I didn't have enough energy throughout the day. And then, after a while, my doctor said, hey, I think what you could benefit from is the igniter. And so, before I knew it, I'm like, yes, please let me have the igniter. It took me a couple weeks. And this included more stuff. Like, I've already opened up about all this stuff. It's really nothing new. But stuff to help your hair and your nails and all that stuff grow. Vitamins. And then, all right, what seems to be the problem? Then you go with HCG. Then you go from HCG to, now you actually need the doctor to prescribe you a little bit of testosterone. So back when people were like, oh man, you're too big, you're too big, you're too big, I was literally given the bare minimum amount. So it's like there's firefighters, police officers, Some of them are prescribed the same thing. But they're trying to say, all right, this is going to cause you to snap. This is going to cause, no. It creates, I know, like, honestly, the more I'm going. But I have to talk about it because this is exactly what I was doing the whole time. And I can see how it drains somebody. Like, nobody will want to deal with it because they're always going to have a question. They're always going to have a question. But it was never about this stuff. It was like, you know, why do you have so many credit cards? Why did you get this? Why did you get that? Every time you try to explain, it's like, why? There's nothing to ever make me snap. I kind of raise my voice a little bit, but I'm not yelling. If anything, I sound like a freaking imbecile because it's like, I know people that would be. But this has been going on. And I said, it's only going on because it's going on somewhere else. Right? I never hit nobody. I never hit nobody, man. I completely understand why somebody would be afraid, right? Why somebody would feel intimidated. Not everybody. Like, I don't do it to be hard. I don't do it to prove nothing to anybody. Okay? I do it to survive. If I don't, I can't move. If I don't, I can't sit for a prolonged period of time. If I don't, I literally have to just sit on my back and die. So I know no one cares, but you know what? Maybe one day you might know someone who's stuck in that same situation, and you keep trying to feed them Popeyes, and you keep trying to feed them Whataburger and Wendy's, and then before you know it, they tear open. Their insides tear open and rupture. That's it. That's all it's for. I'm not saying I'm gonna live forever. Like, no. The surgeon said I'm gonna die. And it wasn't just one, it was multiple opinions. Some people, okay, like, they don't care about me, they care about my pets. They're asleep. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm a healer. They won't ever find, like, they really won't ever find this again. They won't. To me, it was something much more spiritual because it was between me and God. But I said, you know what? I believe others could benefit from it. So anyways, I'm not even back, okay? Like, when I'm back, I'm running. I'm going on runs. I'm in the gym. I should have been, I mean, I have been alive. Otherwise, that could have been taken, you know. I'm telling you, I've tried everything. Greens, like fruits and vegetables, they contain too much water, right? So when you have a hernia and it's wrapped around your bladder, you're not gonna hold on to any nutrients. Your body's gonna be pushing it out constantly. It won't hold on to it. So I'm telling you, I've thought about this in a lot of different ways because I was eating the soups, nothing but soups. I was making smoothies, but your body just gets rid of it because it can't utilize it because it's constantly being pushed out by the bladder. So you're becoming more and more malnourished and things are going to waste. But I see, why they say I should be live all the time, because this will be like my third day. I think, I'm wide awake. I don't feel tired. I felt tired for one moment last night. Somebody was in the back. Preston decided to just crawl in my lap. She felt in her body heat. Her body heat just kind of like made me relax. And it felt like, I would probably be asleep if I had a woman. I would probably be asleep, like, as soon as she laid next to me. But all this, like, I've come out of, like, people say I was hiding. I'm not hiding. It is very tedious. At the park, like, okay, I threw the frisbee around. How am I supposed to record throwing the frisbee around a little bit? I don't know. I didn't do a lot of it to take credit. I did a lot to inspire people. That's it. Like, this particularly is much different. The insignia that arose from my forehead, that was also much different. That was not planned. That was not staged. That was not makeup. That was a message from God. Like, take this negative and turn it into something positive. A swastika doesn't have to be negative. Make it positive. That's what I got from it. That's all it was. I know, like, as soon as this freaking wears off, calm me right back down to what I'm saying doesn't make sense. I won't be sleepy. I won't be tired. But I also won't be as lucid. And you know, whatever pictures they're talking about, like I wasn't doing it then. So that's something I would like help on. Like, yeah, no, I gotta turn around. Some people, they be right up on my, well, no, if I'm gonna show the whole thing, like, let me show this van. People be right up on me. But no, it's like, I guess some people would say, or wonder, you know, does my mom do anything? Like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, they don't listen to what I say enough. Like, why is it all about me? They don't listen to what I say enough. I've only wished that more people had a mother like mine. That's it. That's it. A mother that makes up for the lack of a father. A mother that makes up for, you know, the times. I mean, I kind of put it in the audiobook. That's what it is. Stuff that, you know, I'm not necessarily comfortable with sharing with folks. In that space, though, I'm a little more comfortable. I don't want people to, like, look at me and think, oh, you know, everything is always about him all the time. Like, it is when it's on my channel, when it's on my platform. Because there's mistakes. It's not braggy, flashy, looky. No, it's for people to learn from my mistakes. Be careful. Be careful who you trust. Be careful who you let in close. That's it. If you become too smart, they gotta do something about it. I'll never understand why. That they want to see that. They want to see that because they think, which is funny because I know a lot of people who aren't, right? And it's like, does that instantly make them? I don't think so. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to provoke. They're trying to provoke, like, a part, you know. Like, I wouldn't be even talking about this. I wouldn't even mention it on Instagram there's trolls that are gonna, you know, try to come out the woodwork and stuff. Um, but yeah, they they want me live on Instagram because I'm live on YouTube. That way I can just kind of know how to filter myself. I mean, I think that's disturbing. I think that's disgusting. I think there's people out there who what do? They have like a weird desire, and I can't imagine that. Like imagine you doing something with your babies. Like that's nasty, man. So the reason why Preston walks the way she does, because she actually had broken her leg. I mentioned this plenty of times. You can clearly see on my videos with my bed how high up my bed is off the ground. Puppy, like I'm talking like not even half the size that she is now. She jumped off the bed. When she landed, she snapped her leg. I rushed her to the ER because her quote-unquote mother wasn't anywhere around, right? But she's doing the exact same thing in those videos. She's just much bigger. She's jumping, boom. She's jumping on and off the bed. But when she's a puppy, she's never done it before. I never expected it. Yeah, I took her to the ER. So, yeah, so she walks kind of strange. She doesn't even have to, because she has full mobility. She has full range in her legs, but she just kind of like fully extends it. That's it. But it's like, I don't even know who's asking, because I have what? They want to see it today versus then. And not just a picture, but videos. But it wasn't there. I had my own apartments. So that's all I'm gonna say of it. But but listen, like this is exactly what I mean. Is because now imagine before all this. So you mean to tell me when you're with somebody for like 4 months, 5 months, that's an excuse for you to go and cheat on you with your dad? Right? And then what? Then they find out. Then you find out. Oh, well, he can't tell anybody. He can't tell anybody. He's got to... I don't know. Something about my what? Like, dude, they're tired. It's what? What time is it now? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay? I guess they should be awake. But you know what? I've been up all night moving around. People coming and going. On top of that, yesterday they had a lot of exercise, running around, playing with other dogs. But yeah, think it's different. I would never drink a horse's blood. I would never eat a horse. What they do to horses, they're doing to freaking men in this country. And especially men of color as well. Like, it's not just like, let me eat it. Like, you know what I mean? Some people they kill not for sport, but for food. And you got some that like kill for sport and they want to have fun. That's what it's been all about the whole time. But I don't know. They want me to do certain things. Like when I was younger, you know, I'm sure we all gotta kind of go through like a little phase when we're much younger. And even though my reputation, my image has been dragged through the mud, I'm still not quick to just be like, oh yeah, let me just. And I think it's good stuff. But it's like, you know, they set me up. They took more than their fair. I'm sure if I was really crazy, if I was ready to snap, I would have went to a certain place. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to bring a family together. If I was really that crazy, like why would I have stopped? In my mind, all this stuff. I'm not lying to nobody with the picture, but they knew where to poke. I'm actually passing my freaking doctor's office right now. You know what she told me? She told me she disclosed confidential information about another patient of hers. Like, this is what we're gonna do to you. They can poke you in your stuff. I shouldn't even be telling people that, because it's like, you know, it should just get to you if you happen to be one of those dudes. But still, it's not like I'm that uncomfortable with myself that I would not be with a freaking woman. You know how crazy that is? No, they're justifying it because they're out there sleeping with a bunch of dudes, and there's evidence of it. Meanwhile, the most I do, send a message. Say positive things into the ear of a female. Give someone a back massage. And they threaten, you know? They make a lot of threats. I still haven't even said a name. I still haven't said a name. But just be mindful, because I won't have to. Like at this rate, they're gonna get as many followers and as many believers as they can, which would be great. Because once I solidify myself, I'm not going after them, I'm going after their reputation. I don't even believe in that though. I'm always, they take me off my path, you know? They knock me off my path. I already explained why my teeth are like this. I'm gonna brush, I'm gonna take care of everything. I think the less sympathy you have. When they poke me in my backside, they poke me in my rear, they hit these nerves. I went back to a place. I had what people would say is like a bubble butt, you know, kind of runs in the family. They told me it would kind of grow back, fill back up over time. They hit these nerves that are really close to the spine. They went inwards. And I mean, I hear them talking about the safe. I hope they found it. You know what I mean? Like I literally did, because I left them a surprise. I hope they took pictures. I hope they took videos. And I hope they show it side by side with everything that I posted. That was the whole point of it. But yeah, it's literally only one person who I said, you know what, I'm gonna make this right. They're like, oh, he's taking all this money from all these people, like lying through your teeth again. There's only one freaking person who I say, you know what, I need to make this right. That's it. Having like maxed out my credit cards. I'm trying to say none of it's alright. I know how to go even more viral. And not for that purpose, but you know, I want to know, like, whose is it? Like, look at the floors. Look at the timeline. Look at the floors. Those floors with the money, it's not in the house. Like someone gave it to him, no? Alright. I mean, it's trolls. Honestly, I appreciate them. And this, like, I'm snapping. You know what I mean? I'm snapping. I'm crazy. I'm sorry. I'm getting upset. I'm getting angry. They're getting a reaction out of me. They really aggravated me. I had two. I keep talking about had. Like, maybe I shouldn't have got that second apartment. And if I'm not live all the time, like making, I mean, you know, I do okay. I made some pretty good food for them. I set this down and they think, oh, like that's what they eat. Like, no. Like all yesterday they ate way better than that. And that's not even what they're gonna eat actually. And somebody told me, you told me this. I didn't tell you anything. But yeah, this is about as worse as it gets for me. But it comes and goes. It's like a battle. people take her side, like, people take her side. And it's easy because she's using a name. She's literally using a name. Whereas me, I haven't even mentioned the name. Like, I mean, anything that I had gotten, I had credit cards, I had money, I have accounts, I have statements. Like all these bank accounts, all these credit union accounts I had before all of this. But you gotta be careful. You just gotta be careful who you open up with. I say, to each their own. I haven't hurt nobody. More often than not, I feel a little bit insulted by myself. Because when I'm intelligent, I don't need to insult anybody. I heard somebody say, nigga, you're actually drinking blood or something. I don't know where I heard that from. Somebody said it. Or I can't, something. Like, they say I'm going back and forth. But I'm not. They're trying to get all the justification out. This is why we killed them. This is why we set them up. And the little bit of ounce of fight left in me is like, this is why I'm trying to live. And I'm like, okay, let me be crazy for trying. I won't say her name. I won't say her name. Like, they know who they are. They know what they've done. To me, that's enough. Like I said, I believe God gets revenge in ways that we don't necessarily expect. I believe people can go and, take revenge themselves and say and pretend it's God, and then it comes back around. I heard everything. Like, no one cares. He cheated. Dude. I don't mean dude, but they're not listening. They don't want to see the full story. Because I actually didn't. I don't know how I would have cheated 10 days into the freaking arrangement. They set me up. I showed too much. Too soon. And then, matter of fact, like, some people, they want to say it's like illegally gained, but it actually wasn't. In my backyard, it was easy to trust everybody. Because around here, like growing up, everybody knew me. Not like everybody, like, oh, hey, I'm fan. I gotta stop. All right. Just imagine you're in your neighborhood, right? Let's say you're in your neighborhood and you got a couple things parked outside, a couple cars. Quiet little neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, not much happens out there. But then what happens? Somebody comes in, they're not from there. And then things go missing. I don't know. Who would you think took it? Like people who have been living quietly, who've been just living quietly, coexisting, or all of a sudden this entity, these people who showed up. That's all it is. But yeah, I'm here. I just gotta wait. I literally have to wait till they get here, probably in another hour. So I should walk my dogs. Oh, why am I not freaking live all the time? And I still have to use the bathroom. But it's not as dire. But it helps. It helps. Whoever's helping me, it helps. Because some people are saying, you know, we love. Some people are saying we love you. That's my piece. I hear it. I hear it. They're awake now, so it's like, all right, I gotta walk. Now I gotta wait because they you know, they put a lock on it. But you know, hey, what are you doing? Oh no, see what I mean? She's a freak. And she already had a whole bowl of food, 2 bowls of food. That wasn't down there for her. And she ate more than that because she had whatever Preston didn't want. But yeah, that's because she's got wolf in her. She smells blood, boom. But she's very loving. She's very loving because that's what she knows from me. That's what she knows from me. All she gets is love. Only time is when I try to separate them. Sometimes they like go and they, you know, that's what Preston's been doing. That's what she's been doing. Apparently. So one lady took her, right? And this was very strange to me. She was taking Preston on the 5th. Then on the 9th, by these people who I found her with, on the 9th, that same person handed her off to them. So I get a call. On the 9th when I hadn't heard from this person that all this debate is about. So I find that strange. I found it very strange, but then come to find out, I think it was a setup. Because once another dog, something happens to another one of my animals, then what? That's all they've been talking about. That's all they've been talking about. Building a whole campaign, a whole bandwagon. And then, when I find her, I go live. Oh, it's not the same. It's a different one. No, it took me 6.5 months ignoring common sense, like things that are common sense. They're trying to say, you can't do this, you can't do that. All right, well, it's like, she's trying to cover up. That's what she's trying to do. And I respect her for that, because I shouldn't be going after these people, because these people are capable of a lot, right? That's all it is. And when I say these people, like, I don't mean all their ethnicity. I mean these, like, the type of people that can do this to other people. People, like, they look at me, and some, they don't judge. They still, they encourage me. They lift my spirit up. They show, you know what? That's a handsome guy. They compliment me. And then others, like, I'm not asking for anybody back right now. I'm not asking for anybody. Like, the way I look isn't asking. All my time has been going to my animals. Right now, I'm kind of on the fence of trying to hold it in or go up to this freaking store. But I don't want no funny business. I want to be here when they get here so I can handle what I need to. But let's see. Because if my instincts prove right, and the reason why they're mentioning certain contents, it's because of something else. Which is why I drove away yesterday. Because I said, if this had happened, I wouldn't know what I would do. In terms of, do I continue on this path of lightness? And whatever pictures they're talking about, they're pictures that were taken from my device. But they're trying to claim that my dogs were there, which is sad. Like, I don't know, if you go and take a shower, if you go and take a bath, I don't think your dogs are with you, like, right by your side. Like, yeah, let me get in the shower with my dogs. Let me go take a bath with my dogs. I don't think that's how that works. Put them in the garage. Let them go outside and play. I was actually live and I was making money by being in the tub, but not anything revealing, not anything you know, erotic in any nature, talking about my collection of crystals, what they mean, each one, why it was bought, what it represents. And there are people out there who are like, you know, they had never known someone to be as informative about this. But I guess like these people don't care. I need to go on a different platform.